Hello everyone, this is Diane and I have my boho journals finished. This is the one that will be going in the shop, so I'm going to show that one to you now. I do have some finishing touches to do on the others, so maybe I'll show them to you tomorrow if I have time. I have a wedding shower, bridal shower to go to tomorrow. So here we have the blue Kantha Quilt fabric that I made this cover out of, and I pieced together, if you saw the video that showed how I made this cover, I pieced together this band to make it wide enough to have a fold over flap here. I sewed this, if I can get it undone I will show it to you. I just wrapped it around several times. I sewed this strip, which was actually in the yarn section at Hobby Lobby on clearance several months ago, and I bought it because I thought it would be fun for Bohemian Journals. So I just sewed it right here on the flap. And I did use this nice upholstery fringe on the bottom and a little bit of trim here and some pleated twill here and some upholstery braid. There's a little bit of bling here from India, and on the spine I just used a bulb pin to attach a couple of the beads that I made. There's only one signature, but there are 15 pages, so that's 60 pages front and back, plus a paper bag and a pocket in the center. I may have counted that as a page, though. When I counted the 15 pages, I may have counted this center page and then decided to make it into a pocket. So anyway, this is the inside of the Kantha Quilt. I attached this extra piece here because of the extra piece that's on this side. So this is Recollections paper pad that I've used before in boho journals. I don't have the pad right with me, and there's no name on it. It's just one of the 180 sheet pads, I think it is, with the thinner paper. And I used Studio 28E and Mrs. Cog's Crafts images, and this piece here is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I don't remember where this is from. I've had it for a long time. And I stitched... This is kind of close, isn't it? I stitched this fiber on the edge of this page with some spangles on it. This is part of the Studio 28E. This is the Bohemian, or Boho, I forgot. She has 3 boho kits, and this is number 3. I cannot remember. I don't think it's Boho Love, but it's Boho something. Anyway, this is kit number 3, and then I sewed this vintage trim on the edge of that. I love this stuff. There's some stenciling here and a stamp. This is just a little cutout from the kit. This is a handmade paper, which I've had for a long time. I didn't make it. I purchased it somewhere, but I've had it for a long time, and I'm finally using it. This is one of the Indian sequined and embroidered pieces, and this is from the kit. It's backed on coffee dyed paper. We've got some journaling pages. I love this blue Indian fabric. There's a place to journal here. This is from the kit. Some music paper. I did a collage pocket here. I just took images from the kit and just pieced them together. Put this little piece on the top. This Indian, oh sorry, you can't see it, this Indian jeweled piece. And I created a long tag to tuck in there. And then this is a leftover sheet from Ivy Shutter's Gypsy kit. And I stenciled on the back of it, and you can just use it as a journaling sheet. This is from her previous kit, the kit number 1. I don't have kit number 2, but this one is from kit number 1. This is the paper bag, and I did a video on coloring that with the Distress Oxide pads. This is the craft bag, and I decoupaged a napkin on this side. And then in here is one of my giant tags. I still have some of these tags in my shop. It measures 4 by 8. It's just a manila shipping tag. And with this one, I colored it with the regular Distress ink pads, the same way that I did the Distress Oxides, but it has a different look. And then I stamped on it. And on the back I just rubbed some Distress ink on it. But you can journal on this part. It's got a sari silk in the top. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job showing this journal tonight. This is part of the kit. I really love this patchwork fabric here. I love that stamp. Here's one of the journal sheets that I colored with the Distress Oxide inks that I did in the video. And there's just a gathered piece of sari, of silk fabric up there. And I think this is a Mrs. Coggs image. And there's vintage lace on the edge of this paper. This is from Studio 28E kit. There's some stamping and stenciling here. I used Distress ink to stamp that, and I love the very, it's not blurry, but it's not crisp. And that's what I wanted. I wanted it to look a little ethereal, I guess. There's another collage with some torn strips of paper and a piece of vintage lace. And this is actually punched out of a leftover piece from Ivy Shutter's kit, too. This I have to back onto coffee dyed paper. I didn't do that yet. And here's the center page that I glued together to form a pocket. And this is from a book on ballet, but she's playing the part of the gypsy. And I didn't tuck it in the pocket because the pocket was still wet and I didn't want to get it stuck in there. There's a piece from the kit. I just collaged it with this piece from Mrs. Coggs and used it as a tuck spot. I think this one was colored with alcohol inks and then I stamped on it. It's got some pretty purple fiber in it. I just got that purple fiber in a Happy Mail recently. There's this gorgeous trim that I just got at a flea market last week, and then this beautiful silk fabric. Here's the other side of the bag. I folded the top over to make a flap and attached these little plastic things. I've had these for a very long time and now I've used them all up. And inside here is another of the colorized journal sheets. And this one has a glassine bag. This little photo of beads is part of the kit. And this is, I think this is from the first kit. I don't remember. It is from one of the kits. And there's a tag that I colored and stamped on. Put this pretty fiber in, which I also got in a Happy Mail. Some more silky fabric. This is actually some of the Indian fabric that was scanned in and used in the kit. Sheila Gingrich scanned in some of her fabrics, and then Sherry used those images to create this kit along with photos and things. So you did an awesome job with this kit, Sherry. There is the slide mount that I had painted with gold paint and then put some blue foil and stamped on it. Cut out some images to glue behind it, and I put it on as a tuck spot. This is from the first kit, and this is from the second kit. I have to distress that side of it. Did I say second? It's from the third kit. I don't have the second kit. And I just put this oval of the Gypsy Girl up here and constructed a pocket out of those two pieces. This is a, oh, I didn't realize they were the same image. Maybe I'll put a different card in here. But this is a time card that I colorized with Distress ink and added some foil. I'll put a different card in here. This is the page that she made to look like a book cover. There were two of them, so you could have a front and a back, and then there was a spine piece. But since I made a fabric cover, I just folded this up as a journaling spot. Here's a beautiful piece of sari. Beautiful pocket that came in this third kit, and I added a little jeweled piece, embroidered piece. And here is the guest check that I decorated on my video. There's some more of that vintage trim here. And this is a beautiful purple and green and yellow fringe. And this is a pocket. This is vintage gold threaded pink rickrack. And there's another colored tag with gold paint and some foiling, some sari silk. There's a pocket on the back, and then this tag. This is from the kit. This is some mulberry paper, and then this image is from the first kit. And then there's some silky fabric there, lined paper on the back. So this one will be in my shop. When this video goes up, the journal will be in the shop. Here's the one that I'm keeping. I might as well show this one to you. I can do the finishing touches on this later. It's not going to be going in the shop or anything. I love the colors on this Kantha Quilt. And I love this trim that Eve sent me. Has a lot of the same elements. The papers are different, of course. Here's the collaged pocket with some sequin trim, and some of the sequins came off when I cut it, so I just scattered them on there and glued them. There's another long tag and another page from Heidi Shutters. Actually, this page here was supposed to go in the blue journal that I just showed you, because it's longer than, I just switched the pages. I made them both, this page and then the one in there, with the same collage pocket and everything. And when I put it in the journal, I put the wrong ones in and didn't notice it until I had the blue one sewn together. So this one's a little too long, but oh well, it's my journal. Here's the white paper bag, and this is the collage napkin. And here's the tag I put in there. And here's where I colored it with Distress Oxide ink pads. This paper was colored with Distress Oxide. There's vintage lace and some silk fabric up there. This is from the third kit. All of the pages that have the gypsy images are from the third kit. Here's the collage strips of paper. I love this one. Oh, this one is going to be glued as the center pocket. I just like the colors in that. I've got to finish this tag. I just mopped up leftover ink with this, so this one isn't done. This is part of the kit. I didn't use this page, so I just trimmed this side of it and just glued it down. And then put this silk fabric and these beautiful trims on top. wound it around a lot. Can I get it off? There we go. Oh, there's nothing in there yet. I said I had some finishing touches to do on this one. This one has a booklet. There's another empty slide mount that I've colored and filled. Again, the folded book cover page. There's a guest check. And a colored time card. I'll put this one in here, and I'll put this one in the book that I'm putting in the shop. Isn't that pretty? That fabric with the sequins sewn on. But it's paper. It was scanned in and printed. Some more of that gorgeous fringe. And another tag. I have to put something in the top there. And I have to make my tag that's going to go in there. So I hope you enjoyed these journals made out of Kantha quilts, and I have one more that I'm hoping my sister wants, because she asked me to make one for her to give as a Christmas gift. She wanted to buy it from me, but I'll probably just give it to her. So if this is what she wants, that'll be hers, and if she doesn't want it, I will video it and put it in my shop. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.